Hello friends of Christ, I welcome you back to the channel. In today's FOC video, we shall reflect with you on the theme, Mary the Living Martyr. I am Emmanuel Na Odonko. Who is a martyr? Martyrdom, according to the Catechism of the Catholic Church, is the supreme witness given to the truth of the faith. It means bearing witness even unto death, at the CCC 2473. Mother Mary was overshadowed with the essential call of a martyr, being a mother of Jesus. Historically, a martyr is someone who chooses to sacrifice their life or face pain and suffering instead of giving up something. According to Sharon Martin, someone with a martyr complex sacrifices their own needs and wants in order to do things for others. Mother Mary went through many instances to endure the pain for our salvation. At the Annunciation, presentation of Jesus at the temple, finding Jesus at the temple, journey to Calvary, crucifixion, and the embalmment. Let us see how Mary suffered from the sword. At the Annunciation, Mary became troubled, for she was a virgin betrothed to a righteous man Joseph, to Matthew 1:19. It is disgraceful for a virgin to conceive without being married in the Jewish culture as well as Ghanaian culture. Mary became troubled for saying Fiat to be the mother of Jesus. The angel of God, seeing her troubled, was obliged to encourage her. Gathering up the cause of martyrdom, she pronounced, "Behold, the handmaid of the Lord, be it done to me according to your word." Luke 1:38. Who knowing the future would have to suffer it all by anticipation, says Seneca. The Lord, as known as mercy, did not show compassion to Mary and willed to be the living martyr. Mary was welcomed with the idea of death at the temple. Immediately St. Simon prayed, "Now, Lord, you have kept your promise. Amen. Let your servant go in peace." Presenting the child Jesus in the temple, St. Simeon prophesied, "Behold, this child is set for contradiction." Mary presented Jesus to his death, not as people give reverence to the Lord. For this, a sharp sword will pierce your soul. Luke 2:34. Jesus, as qualified to be at the temple, was found in the midst of teachers, assuming he was lost for 3 days after the festival of the Passover. Luke 2:41. Questioning and teaching them. How panicking this could be. Mary was doomed at the scene. She hastily went to him, firstly expressing worries and the fear of the scribes. At this scene does Mary lovingly complain with Jesus when he was found. The call to take up our cross daily, then, is a call to martyrdom. Maybe in death for some, but for sure it is a call to be living martyrs. We who follow Jesus have a call to die to ourselves each day. What mother ever loved her son as Mary loved Jesus? For me, this is the hardest story to explicate, just because it was so clear on the surface how Mary suffers. She suffers because she has to stand by and watch her only child suffer. She sees not only his physical suffering, the rewards of the beatings he receives, the heaviness of the cross, the many times he falls. She also hears the jeering of the crowd and every cruel word they cut on her own heart. She who Gabriel called full of grace, she the sinless one. How much must it have hurt her to see her people turn against their God? A armored Roman soldier physically prevented the weeping Mary from approaching her son. As says St. Chrysostom, let us accompany Mary as she follows the Immaculate Lamb to his death. What a cruel sight! the agony on the cross, the agony of the Mother of God at the foot of the cross. And yet Jesus was breathless as his mother. All you who pass by the way, look and see if there is any sorrow like my sorrow. Lamentation 1:12. The sword has truly pierced the heart of Mary, whom the angel greeted full of grace. Is there one who would not weep whelmed in misery so deep, Christ's dear mother to behold? The title Queen of Martyrs is found in the Litany of the Blessed Virgin, approved by papal authority in 1587. Early tradition had maintained that the Virgin's suffering as she witnessed the birth, ministry, and passion of her Son brought her into a special relationship with his redemptive mission. The central image of Mary as Queen of Martyrs emphasized her strength in bearing up under intense psychological suffering. For as she said to Lucia, "Sacrifice yourself for sinners, and say often, especially when you make some sacrifice, my Jesus, it is for love of you, for the conversion of sins committed against the Immaculate Heart of Mary." After we have killed her Son, she prepared a tomb with her hand to lay her only Son. What an overwhelming horror it must have been for the Blessed Mother to witness the passion, crucifixion, and embalming of her Son. In a contemporary understanding of martyrdom, Mary is even more clearly the Queen of Martyrs. Who is so bravely as Mary experienced such extraordinary trials and yet remained faithful in her witness to the Lord? I say, the suffering of our Lord is a glimpse of the greater sufferings of Mary. St. John Henry Cardinal Newman, who is canonized by Pope Francis on October 13, 2022, said that the amount of Mary suffered qualifies her as a living martyr. Thank you for staying with us in this video. Do not shun the privilege of suffering for the Lord's sake. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the post notification bell and stay tuned to the channel for more videos. I'm a friend of Christ. You are a friend of Christ. Together, we are friends of Christ. Peace.
Even those who have run riches have troubles on their way. Rich man envy the poor man envy the rich man. Therefore, what is the sense in it? Your neighbor. Life in this world is a great struggle, both for the young and old. Even those who have gone riches have troubles on their way. Rich man envy the poor man envy the rich man. Therefore, what is the sense in envy?